All right, you guys, so we are continuing on with our function notation, okay? All right, and this one we're going to be looking at comparing some values. All right, so it says, given the functions f of x equals 3x to the fourth, okay, so f of x equals 3x to the fourth, and g of x equals 11 times 2 to the x, which of the following statements is true? It says f of 11 equals g of 11, and then it's got less than and then greater than. Okay, so based on what they have written there, they want to know what happens at f of 11. So they want to know what happens when x equals 11 in the function of f and in our function of g. So I'm going to put 11 here, 11 here, 11 here, and I'm going to put 11 up here in the exponent, okay? All right, so let's recopy all my pieces. So f of 11, 3 times 11 to the fourth, and then what happens when I put in g of, okay? All right, and then at this point, this is where I would get out a calculator to ensure that my calculations are correct. Okay, so I want to do 3 times 11 to the fourth. So 3 times 11 exponent of 4. Okay, so that gives me 43,923. So that's f of 11. All right, now I'm going to type in 11 times 2 exponent 11. All right, and so that gives me 22,528. Okay. All right, so now I have to compare these values. That's what they're asking me to do, is to compare these values. So 43,923, I gotta fill in that blank, 22,528, okay? Or let me put a box, so that way it doesn't look like a symbol that I'm not supposed to use. Okay, well, I definitely know they're not equal, so I'm not going to choose this one. Okay, 43,000 is bigger than 22,000. So that definitely is my candidate. And then over here is less than. Well, no, 43,000 is not less than 22,528. Okay, submit my answer. Same thing. Okay, so that's all I'm going to be doing for this function comparison. All right, so let's look at a new problem. Okay, really all it's doing is continuing with your practice of evaluating. Okay, so f of x equals 2x to the fifth, and then we have g of x equals 8 times 4 to the x. All right, and which of the statements is true? And if I look in my answer choices, it's asking me what happens when x equals 4. Okay, so I'm going to replace x with 4, and this one's going to be an exponent here. Okay, so f of 4 equals 2 times 4 to the fifth. G of 4 equals 8 times 4 to the fourth power. Okay, so I'm going to use my calculator. All right, so 2 parentheses 4 to the fifth power. So that gives me 2,048. And then 8 times 4 to the exponent of 4. That gives me 2,048. Okay, well, I know that 2,048 compared to 2,048, okay, that is equal. Submit my answer, and there you go. Okay, so that's all you're going to be doing. That is your introduction to function notation and then evaluating functions, okay? You are welcome to use your calculator. I encourage you to, especially in this section with these bigger numbers. And good luck, you guys.